Welcome back to Off-Camera Flash. Now the purpose of these videos are for you to become a more creative photographer by using Flash. Now if you haven't watched the previous videos, please subscribe to the M West Photography YouTube channel and you can watch the other videos on there as well. Now in our first video, part 1, we looked at these Cactus version 4 wireless triggers. Now these units are magical. So you basically take your transmitter and you fit it to your camera's hot shoe, there where you normally put your flash on. And then you take your flash and you take the receiver and you put that below your flash. So now when you press the shutter button on your camera, it will send a wireless signal from the camera to your flash, which is awesome. So now you can move your flash around. You're not limited by only having the light on the camera always. You can now move it around and create your light and create some very interesting pictures. Then in the second video, we looked at light stands. Now we looked at the light duty and the heavy duty light stands, and we also covered the bracket and the light modifiers. So you can now take your flash with your receiver and connect that to your light stand, and then you can tilt the head like that and you can fit an umbrella in here to make the light softer or whatever light modifier you want to use. So far we've really created an entire mobile studio without any wires that you can take wherever you want to. So in this episode we are going to look at flashes, and we're going to look at affordable and expensive options. Now with all camera equipment, you've got your affordable and your more expensive options, and we are going to look at both because I believe that everyone must have the opportunity to play and be creative. So you don't need to be a millionaire to build your own mobile studio. It's within everyone's grasp. Now before we start looking at the different types of flashes, I first want to talk about buying a speedlight for purposes of off-camera and on-camera usage. Now if you don't already own a flash, buying one of these speedlight is a very good idea, and the reason for that is that once you start using flash, and that can now be for weddings or for functions or whatever reason you're going to buy this for, it's important that you get something that will give you consistent lighting, good quality lighting, and the flash can obviously now communicate with your camera. You want something that's going to be reliable. So if you are using a Canon or a Nikon or whatever brand camera you've got, it is wise to at least invest in one of these flashes. If you can buy 2 of them, great, then you've got a backup flash as well, and then with your off-camera usage you've got 2 flashes, so you're ready to go. You've got a complete mobile studio. Now the reason these are important, like I said, they can communicate with the camera. You can tilt the head like this, so you can create softer light when you're in a room. It's got a ceiling. You've got lots of options when using one of these flashes, and I will not recommend using a cheap unknown brand flash on your camera when doing something as important as a wedding or a function, or like I said, whatever reason you're going to use it for. Now when you look at the different types of flashes for the purpose of now creating an off-camera flash lighting system, you've got your cheapest Nikon and Canon counterparts. Now we're only going to be basically talking about the Canon and Nikon range. There are other brands out there, you'll just have to look for that on Google, but this video we are going to focus only on Canon and Nikon. Now you do get your cheapest versions of the flashes, but if you look at the price difference between those flashes and just the one step up, you'll find that it's not that huge, and the more expensive flashes are a lot better to use. Now if you look at the entry level, now I consider this to be entry level, you've got 2 options. For your Canon you've got your 430EX2, and for your Nikon you've got the SP700. Now the prices below on this video are the current prices. So if you're watching this a year from now, there'll most probably be another model out and the prices, everything will be completely different. So it's only basically from today that this video is being broadcast. This is what the prices are. Now for these 2 flashes, they are very nice. They've got full manual power. You can tilt the head on here. You can control the zoom. I've got lots of functions and features on these basically flashes, and this is all you need to start with if this is basically the price range that you're looking at. Now there are the basically models just above that. For Canon you're going to get your 580EX2 and you're going to get your SP910. Now Nikon did release the SB900, but it had overheating problems, so they released the 910, and this flash just works great. Now this will be your more top of the range flashes. Now the same with the previous ones, you can also go manual on these. Now it's very important with this and the previous two I showed you that you can go manual, and the reason is that when using your off-camera flash system, I would maybe want to put this flash that's on this light stand at maybe half power, and this flash that's on this light stand maybe at quarter power. So I want to be able to adjust the strength of the flashes. Now with these two and the other two flashes I showed you, you are able to do that. You can control that in manual. Now they've also got a TTL function, which now works with your camera. So if you change a setting on the camera, the flash will automatically adjust to that and take care of the rest for you. Now these expensive flashes are stronger than the other two, and have also got other features as well. Now the recycle time is very important with these more expensive speed lights. When you look at the cheaper alternative, you'll notice that on those flashes it takes very long for the flash to recycle. On these cameras they are very fast, and you can take your pictures a lot quicker than on the cheaper flashes. So these are the two more expensive ranges, and that's basically your SB700 and your 430EX for the Canon, and then for these you've got your 580EX2 and your SB910. So that's the flashes that you can look at, and I would recommend you invest in. Now, if you don't have a lot of money to spend on your mobile studio, you can look at brands like these Mets flashes. Now this is a very basic one, and I think this flash is about $9.95, say about $1,000, and they've got other models as well. Now this flash is very basic, but it does the trick. Now this one has also got the tilt head, and you can also zoom, but this you don't have it internally. You have to move the front of the flash to zoom with. And on the back you basically have to turn it on, so you can see when I turn it on, you can basically yell on my mic it's turning on, and it's basically now charging up. So when I press the button, there the flash goes off, but you'll hear it's got a very long recycle time, so you'll have to wait every time you take a picture to take a new one. As you can see, when I press it, it doesn't go off. It takes a while to recycle. Now it's taking very long. There we go, we've got another flash. So there you can see the reason why this is only about $1,000, and the other flashes are anything from $2,500 all the way to $5,000 for the flash. Now this is basic, but it does the trick. So it's only got to turn on and turn off and basically fire on it. So you'll put your Cactus receiver on this, and then when you press the button, the flash will just go off. You don't have any control over this flash. So you will have to use the settings on your camera to control the power of this. So that's the flashes that you can look at, and that's the end of this series of videos for off-camera flash, because now you know you can use your Cactus to transmit the signal from the camera to your flash. You know the light stand you can buy and the bracket that you need to fit your umbrella, and you've got your flash. So you're ready to go out and create some awesome pictures, and I hope you have lots of fun. So see you in the next video.